G'day guys, my name is Silent. You're watching Silent's Gaming Corner. Today we're getting back into DeRail Valley. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and with that, let's get into it. G'day guys, and welcome back to the next episode of DeRail Valley. I hope everyone is doing well, and if not, I hope your day and night gets better. And also, before we get started, just wanted to give a big shout out to everyone who has subbed, because without you guys, I would not be able to achieve my goals. Alright, for this episode of DeRail Valley, I wanted to switch it up a little bit and do something different. So, I believe in the last episode, or the episode before, I managed to pick up a garage key, which I believe is where the Slug is. So for this episode, I want to focus on going to that and getting that, which is located here on the map. And then the next thing I want to do is go over to farm and hopefully pick up the first demonstrator loco, which I believe would be the DE6. And then once we've done that, we're going to haul it back down to City South, down to the museum, and hopefully get started on restoring that. That way we can use it. So hopefully, if everything goes to plan, that is what we're going to be doing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright. Now, since we haven't been that way, I'm not too sure if everything's going to be aligned properly, so this is going to be interesting. I think we'll just teleport ahead, or at least get these main switches done, since I've never actually been this way before. So that is going to be quite interesting. Where are we going? Let's see, we're going to need to do a left here somewhere. I think it's going to be that one. You know what, let's just go and have a quick squeeze. Yeah, I think it's going to be this one. Oh, that's the water. Alright. So we're going way back. So I think what we'll do is make sure we're aligned to this middle track, and we will drive from the DE2, I think, since we're going to be facing that way anyway. Alright, let's do this. It's going to be very interesting, since this will be my first attempt. Now, I did do some a little bit of research on YouTube to sort of work out what I needed to do and how I needed to do it, but so I've got a fair idea of what's going on, but yeah, you never know. Alright, let's get some more juice since we've got a fair bit to go. Now that I think about it, I think we'll just go up like this and worry about organising stuff later, I think. Well, then again, no, I think we might take the DE6 up, and we'll sandwich the Slug in between that and the DE2s, I think, for now anyway. So I might throw some brakes on. Give ourselves some wiggle room. Alright, let's close that. Alright, let's unhook everything. Alright. Get that in. Don't have to do anything there. Perfect. Now, I'm hoping the video I watched is up to date as much as possible and that I am going to the right garage with the Slug, but I guess we won't really know until we get there, so this will be fun. Okay, yeah, that's far enough. We'll just preemptively throw that in reverse. Now, I believe that is the only switch that I need to worry about. Yes. Alright. And away we go. Oh, I can't see anything. Yeah, here's the thought. Alright, I'm going to try and use the key bindings for this little section. So this could be fun, to say the least. Which they seem to be working, so although yeah, alright. So we'll do it like this for now, I think. I still need to figure out where the remote is. So I'll probably leave that for another episode, but at least for this episode and probably the next one we'll be focused on getting the demonstrator restored so that way we can use it, and then we'll be focusing on getting the remote. But for now it is what it is. Now, hopefully, my voice narration will come across a bit clearer, because I've noticed in the past couple of videos that I did that it was coming through very quiet. So I'm not sure if that was just because my game audio was too loud or the latest update with OBS did something. But I did go and lower the game audio for this, so hopefully it will come through a little bit better. Now in it through editing I did adjust the audio level and increased it, so hopefully that'll negate that, but yeah, time will tell. Well, this is a finicky bit. $10K, oh my god. Going up a 4-point-something% incline. Oh my god. Add to that it's a pretty tight radius. Oh, this is going to take a bit. Pretty sure going back the other way is going to be even more hairier. My god. We can go a little bit faster, I think. I think going by how this is going, I think yeah, this episode will just be getting the Slug, the demonstrator, and getting it back to the museum. And then yeah, I think next episode will be focused on restoring it, because this is going to take a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, we're not too far, which is good. Well, I hope these game sounds aren't actually too low for the video. Maybe I might actually increase them a little bit. Oh, and there it is. Alright, let's stop here. Okay, that's open. Now, just in case, let's put that there. Oh, here we go. It is the Slug. Perfect. That's open, so awesome. Oh, nope. Alright. Alright. Now let's get this hooked up. Want that with that. That with that. Get that on, that on. Alright. Now, I don't believe we have to start anything on this. I think it just does it automatically. Whoop. I'm not seeing anything pop up there. So I think we may actually be good to go. Alright. Now let's see if we can make it back down without derailing. Which is going to be a slow process. Oh, we are still gathering speed. We're still slowing down a little too much. That seems to be good. Nope. Back off a little bit. Hovering at 19, I might Actually, nah, bugger it. I'm going to slow it down a little bit more. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, we'll back off a bit. My god, this section is unbelievable. Alright, 6k is a bit too slow. Picking up a little bit of speed. But we are on a 20 limit, so let's rein this in a little bit. Oh, that looks janky. However, we are nearly at the bottom, so we'll be good soon. Let's back that off a little bit. Back it off some more. Oh boy. Let's control this. Alright, now we should be good just to let it roll. Bring it to a stop. Hopefully we're far enough, and we are. Alright. And make sure this is open. Yes, it is. Alright, let's use some more key bindings to control the speed. does it. Alright. Now we can cut that one out. Let's get these hooked up. Come on there. Up. Come on there. There it is. Okay, get that open. Get that open. Now I don't think that I need to do anything separate to get this going, so we'll just roll with that. Now I am thinking actually we'll get through some of this and then we'll worry about that in a minute. So I think we'll stop just before we get to the base of the hill, and then what I'm thinking I might do is go ahead and make sure all the points are set correctly to where I want to go, all the way up into farm, and then we will set off and make our way there, and then deal with anything we need to once we get there. I think that will be the best option to do. Because honestly, I really don't trust myself with this map. Yeah, I don't think I do. Or we want to go, but then again we came from down. Yeah, no, I'll just deal with it that way. I think that will be the best bet. Looks like it's going to be a night run to the farm. Alright, I think that'll do from here. Alright, let's go and make sure everything is set correctly. 100%. And I guess from here we'll I might cut this bit out and we'll see you back at the loco whilst I get this done. Alright, so I changed my mind a little bit. I've set the points for the most part so we can get to up here, and then from this point onwards we'll go ahead and then make sure everything's all switched to come into there. I think that would be the better option for now. So let's get underway. This ought to be fun. It's kinda acting like there's dead weight, but as if, like, so I know, yeah, I'm not too sure exactly how the Slug operates. Like, I know it's supposed to add braking and traction, but I'm not too sure if it, I think it does add power, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to see, is it in here? Let's see, is it? I have no idea what that is. Here we go. Alright, so it does add power. Alright, maybe there's something I'm missing. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. Well, I think for time purposes, we might make a cut here and we'll come back once we get to this section here and sort out the rest of the route. Just to try and cut down the timing on this episode a bit. So, we will see you when we get here.
3 days later.
Alright, so I've already gone ahead and changed all the switches to the way that I need to go to be able to get into farm. And I've been doing some thinking, and there's going to be a bit of a change of plans. So I'm probably going to turn this into a 3-episode ordeal, simply because I didn't expect this part of it to take so long. So I think this episode will be getting to the slug and getting down to the farm. The next episode will be getting the demonstrator logo and getting it down to the museum. And then I think the third episode will focus on getting the parts for it and restoring it. I think that's going to be the way to go, because I was not expecting this to take so long. Like, I'm already about 55 minutes or so into this recording, so yeah, really did not expect it to take it so long, which is a bit unfortunate. I did want to fit it in, but I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And you can only do what you can only do. So I think that's what we're going to do for this one. But we are nearly there. Plus, with the next episode, it will be should be coming into daytime, so that'll make it a lot easier to actually locate where the museum logo is, because I know it's in farm, I just don't know exactly where it is. So I think being in daylight's really going to help out a lot with that. But we will focus on getting to the point where we need to be to set ourselves up for that. And I really need to slow down. But at the very least, we've gone and got the slug, so we've got that, which is a start. Which I'm pretty sure that's probably what ate up most of the time. But it is what it is. And hey, I mean, it's something different for the next couple of episodes compared to the haul jobs or whatever, so it's good to break it up a bit. But for now, let's just focus on getting to a certain point. And boy, oh boy, are we going downhill. Look at that. You can see the office from here with that green light. It's a pity there's not a shop here either, because they're not going to also look for that bloody remote control. It's very elusive, that is. it's a line to the left. I'm pretty sure it's on the left hand side, but yeah, until it gets daylight I won't know exactly where it is. And with that being said, that is where we're going to call it for today's episode. I do hope you have enjoyed today's episode, and if you like what you're watching, hit that subscribe button for future content. And with that, I will see you next video.
Bye, have a great time.